Hey y'all, we are here. We are ready to go.
Now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag. Now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes. Now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag. Now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Hey y'all. Hey. We are here again. This is probably the second to last Friday until we find something else to talk about. But we are here and we have a special guest. So I'm going to act like I got some manners and give our special guest an opportunity to introduce herself. She's brand new to the panel, right? Brand new. This is the first time connecting with her. So I'm going to give Miss Brandy an opportunity to introduce herself.
Okay, hey, I'm Brandy, but on YouTube I go by Brandy Yvonne. I'm a pretty new YouTuber. I think I've been doing it over a year now, trying to grow my channel. Shout out to Shayna. Shayna was like one of the first YouTubers I really connected with, and then she kind of brung me into the fold of other YouTubers to connect with, like the rest of y'all here. So I really appreciate for y'all letting me come into the family tonight.
Yes, welcome. So, with that being said, Shayna, do you want to introduce yourself? Like we meeting you for the first time. Tell us about your channel and all the things you got going on over there, please.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. I'm Shayna. Definitely, if you haven't already, be sure to check out my channel. We do hot topics over there, all types of things, current events, and definitely movie reviews and TV reviews for sure.
Yes. And I'm gonna go in order. Well, actually, ladies first. That's how we're gonna do it. Miss Kira, like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your channel and something special about you.
Okay.
Oh, that was all.
I
Okay.
am MsKiraSpeaks is the name of my channel. Uh-oh. Is my mic messed up? Am I good?
You fine?
My mic is messed up.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, I thought she was going. Oh, okay.
No, I'm doing this.
I'm MsKiraSpeaks. Oh, okay. It's my channel. And I do Pajama Sundays, which are self-care and mental health. I also do a little Saturday sit where we just have like a little kickback time. I do some movie recaps. Then I'm getting back into TV recaps. And come check me out.
Yes, I love Saturday Sip. I'm always when I'm doing my cleaning and stuff, I'm listening to the replay of the Saturday Sip. And the only one here, I won't shame you for being the only guy on the panel, but D, I'll allow you to introduce yourself. Don't start with me. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Okay, go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Hey everyone, this is D Movie Man, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And if you are not familiar with my channel, that is the summation of it. I do movie reviews, I do the occasional TV show recap, I do occasional breakdowns and reactions to trailers. And I am back on YouTube after a long hiatus, trying to just, slowly make my way back in. And I really want to make sure I can, just push myself, switch up the content, and just really just start making some changes to the channel and just making sure everyone can really get a sense of what D Movie Man has to offer. So if you're down for the journey and ready to take the ride, please feel free to check me out at capital D space capital MOVIEMAN. I would love to have you. Can't wait to chat.
Awesome. And obviously, you all know who I am. My name is Belle. This is on my channel. It's called the Belle Perspective TV. I talk about books, movie, TV, anything that pretty much gets me riled up, which is a lot of things. So I'm constantly running my mouth. Again, don't come for me. Constantly running my mouth, and my channel is my platform to be able to run my mouth. So that is who we are in a nutshell. Let's get into this review. Actually, before we do that, make sure that you guys like this video and get in the comments. We love to interact with everybody. So please get in the comments. And if you're replay gang, that's cool. Get in the comments still, like the video, show us some love, okay? So let's get into overall thoughts of the reunion. I am going to our special guest, Miss Brandy. Do you want to share your overall thoughts of this reunion?
Yes, and I forgot to mention that I was ready for Love and Love and Marriage, Huts, Reviews, and all those shows. I forgot in my introduction. But overall, it was like a circus show, like a ish show. Like I was like half the time, like, what is going on? People wasn't answering questions straight. We was having live impromptu music performances. like all over the place, crazy. Like, I mean, I was entertained, but it was crazy, and we didn't really get to like any final answers on anything, in my opinion.
Right. Does anybody else want to go? Shayna, Kira, any additional thoughts, or D? I won't.
You know they're gonna say what we want to see for part 2, which is fight night.
Oh God.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of different things going on. I also thought it was just kind of I don't want to say something about the energy. I don't know if it's the energy or again, I feel like I literally have been saying this the entire season, but I'm like, I don't know again if things were being cut out or maybe the way they were moving from one segment to the next or who they had out from time to time. But some of the energy was a little off to me. And there just were times where I was just kind of like, it just felt odd. Like, the reunions are the reunions, but there were just moments where it just kind of felt like, who was in charge of like putting this together? Some of just the flows and the transitions and just the general conversation. Maybe they'll get a little bit better next week. But yeah, I definitely agree as far as answers and all that. I'm like, did we really get a solid like, okay, cool, that's great. And on to the next. No, it felt like a lot of things were just very much up in the air, which was annoying.
Yeah, I agree. What about let's get a little petty real quick. Let's get real petty. Just a little petty and a little bit messy. Okay. Just dip our toe in it. Just a toe. Don't worry about it. The fashions, how the people and how the makeup, the clothes. Because I have notes.
We know you did.
Notes. Y'all do too?
I was gonna say that's funny because I was gonna ask you about it. If that wasn't gonna be on part of the docket, I was like, please include something because if Belle's gonna talk about it, if nothing else.
It's on the docket. It's on the docket. So who was A1 and who wasn't shit? I'll just go in and say that. Who was A1 and who was less than A1? I'll say that.
I was pleasantly surprised by Marier. I think he
put
together nicely.
Okay, yes, I was like James. He was giving James Bond like. Okay, A1. Still, who else is A1? I have so many notes.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. No, I was gonna say I like the and that's my girl anyway. And if she didn't look good, I wouldn't say it. I just probably wouldn't say anything. But I thought Aries looked good. I like the braids. I like the blue with the little details and all that. Looking good as
always. Yes, her and Sierra. Those were my top two.
I was gonna say that was my other one. I like the fact that Sierra was just kind of like, the hair is always on. I love that look on her. And then it's like she had something that was, and it's not a knock because I understand like with a lot of these reunions, we've moved into like formal wear type stuff. Mm-hmm. I like that she had something that was like upscale, but also looked comfortable and just like kind of straightforward and chill. Like I liked it was like a nice balance for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I was glad she didn't. We prefer her short hair.
2 thumbs down to majesty.
Who? 2 thumbs down for who?
Tacky T.
Oh,
Oh,
Sequilla.
oh! Since you opened that door,
I was
since
gonna
you opened
say.
that door,
I was gonna say, as soon as I saw her outfit, I was like, I still remember what she told Belle. She was like, "Big bird energy." So she's like, "That's exactly how I'm gonna show up on this ring."
baby, I said this is fitting. I said feathers. Oh, that's fitting. That is fitting. She did that with them feathers. She was the worst dressed to me. Her and did Unique look oily to y'all? Did Unique look oily? She always looked oily to me. Did she look oily to y'all? Okay.
You know, the lighting be bad and ready to look. Maybe it was just a lighting.
No, but even in the regular season, her wig just looked real. Okay, I leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I didn't think
Mark,
Janelle's dress didn't seem I didn't like Janelle's dress on her. It wasn't flattering on her.
it wasn't. She should have put like some stockings or something on because I saw
The stockings.
you know what I'm talking about. The
Like
control. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You come on, you can stop to the Walgreens to grab one. You know what I'm talking about.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. But it had like the control Spanx that go all the way up that you can like.
We would have saw it. This because she had the high split. I think she just shouldn't have had a split at all.
I'm talking about like the
yeah,
like
it was the thigh area.
That's why I said it was a bunch of thigh out. There's a lot of thigh.
Yeah, she had too much thigh out for that.
Yeah. I love a high split moment, but that was a lot of thigh. All I saw was thigh on that sofa.
Yeah, that was thigh. But I'm talking about, don't they have Spanx, or am I getting it confused with the stockings? The skin tone stockings that you can wear. That
yeah, they do. But I think it would have shown with her dress because the split was so high. Like it would have been, it would have been exposed. Yeah. I don't know if it would have been better to see the stocking or to just see
my grandma. She old school. She's an old school mother, and she was like, get all that together. I don't want to see nothing jiggling and jangling in nothing you got on. So
yeah. You want her to fix them thighs? Belle, you wanted her to fix her thigh?
No, okay, see, I don't want to like body shame. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just get together. Anyway, okay. What about makeup?
I mean, we spelling it out.
What? I ain't fooling with you, Kira. I ain't fooling with you. What about makeup?
I don't really look at the makeup that.
I didn't look at nobody's face close enough to know they makeup.
Really?
No. But Unique's dress was tacky. Unique's top of her dress was cute, and then the bottom, I didn't know what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was the bottom a different color?
Yeah, it was like purple. Like it didn't matter. It was just.
Yeah, I noticed that after that. It was like a random because I wasn't paying. I mean, I saw the top, but then later I just noticed they suddenly flashed the shot when she was just sitting on the couch. I was like, is that purple? But it happened so fast.
That stage, I was like, what is that?
Yeah. Oh, not what is that? Damn.
I don't know. Unique might have been trying to give like prom, a little prom.
It was giving. It was
hair.
It was giving prom. It was.
I was also gonna say, just as far as maybe the pattern or as far as the specific detail and pattern, like just as far as the jacket and all that, I actually like what Marvin had on.
Yes, that's who. And Chris 1.0. Despite how I feel about him, I like what he had on.
Yeah,
I like what he had on. It was like this, it's a cultural.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You don't have to worry. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, so yeah. Okay, let's get into any other thoughts on that before we move on to talk about these raggedy people.
Well, did you have any more? Because you had your notes. I want you to be able to knock out any more additional thoughts that you had.
I'm gonna. You guys touch on a lot of our already, and I'm not. We want to get into it too. I don't want to be on here all night. But Kat's makeup was ashy. I was like, girl, please.
I was gonna say unfortunately, and it's only because I have a lot of lady friends and I've watched a lot of YouTube stuff, and so I've learned a little bit about how to kind of notice when stuff is of a certain tone, or
Yeah.
banana powder versus like stuff that's red, kind of has red tones and all that. So I can now tell, especially watching stuff with my mom, I can always tell when something here and here isn't the same. So I could see that, unfortunately, which is unfortunate because I actually liked. I like Kat's look as far as the having the locks and all that. I know because y'all
Yeah.
came for wigs all season, so I thought like having a kind of a vampy look and the dark, the black and all that. I thought that was cool, but yeah, I did notice it though, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a old trick that I'm now learning, that you need to test your makeup on your neck before you and try to see and then go up. Anyway,
Makes sense.
yeah. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to skip around a lot because this episode was dragging. Okay. So we take a brief look at the wild cards and all the different shenanigans that Tommy tried to pull with these people. So the wild cards talking about Chris 2.0 and Katarina, and then the blind dates and Tommy making his choices on who should go on what blind date. So we kind of do like a quick recap on that, followed by a highlight of Kat's experience through the whole journey or whatever they called it this season. And she said that she kind of didn't like the fact that she was a wild card because she came in at the end and she felt like she would have had more opportunity to connect with people had she come at the beginning. Do you guys agree with her? What were y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with it as well. And it just kind of is one of those things they like to try to throw stuff in as far as like, I don't know if it's to create conflict or to, like shake stuff up or to have some kind of different dynamic. But like I said, in the end, it kind of does the person a disservice. And it's just like whatever the goal is as far as I don't know, the surprise factor or the whatever element it is, to me, that just never really plays out the way it's supposed to. And it just would have been to her benefit to have been there from the beginning, because we see, unfortunately, in the end, like Kat kind of was scrambling to kind of like click with someone, and then she was just kind of like, all right, now I'm just out here, on a limb, basically. So yeah, I think it was kind of to her detriment that she kind of ended up in that situation, because I did like Kat a lot, and she just kind of got a kind of a bum deal coming in that way.
Yeah, I think both Kat and Lee got a bum deal. So, Brandy, I'm gonna switch it to you because you're our guest. So there was some chatter and some scuttlebutt going on in the background. Taekwondo, we call her Taekwondo over here. Taekwondo, Janelle, Jessica. I mean, they all was making faces.
Right.
What were your thoughts while all of these women were having the stank face as Kat was talking?
I think they were threatened by her, even though they tried to combat every tweet we had on Friday nights about their faces when she came in. I don't think any of she didn't have no man on that show, just like Sierra didn't. However, I think if Kat would have came in the very beginning, she definitely would have broke up the scene. She definitely would have broke up the alliance. It definitely would have ended much differently. I think if she would have came in the beginning, she definitely would have been giving Janelle she gave Janelle a run for her money, but she would have gave her a bigger run for her money.
Yeah.
Any additional thoughts, Shayna, Kira? Y'all wanna?
Yeah, I think it was a disservice, but I still think the outcome would have been the same, just because there was no one really there for her. Maybe I think the only difference may have been with her and possibly Quentin, since he said later on she just came too late. So I'm wondering if he would have. I think Herbert definitely would have been interested, because he said that she's his type, like he wants a tall woman. But I'm wondering like if Quentin would have gone to her and tried to speak to her first had she been there from the beginning.
I don't think. I still don't.
Yeah, I still think if I would have been how.
Yeah, because honestly, Herbert still wasn't showing. Janelle was a part of the process from the beginning, and Herbert still wasn't showing her any attention. Or I think that was the common complaint about Herbert, that he really wasn't putting forth any effort.
So, and with Q, I mean, he said the reason was, but that could have been a easy out, like, oh, she just wasn't there. That's why. I think he still would have gone with Janelle. I think she still would have ended up in the same situation.
Yeah, Q was scared straight. He did not want to say anything wrong because he know he was going to get his ass towed up when he went back, had he said the wrong thing. Lil Baby says this show has gone to hell quicker than expected. I'm at the point where they possibly need to cancel it.
Mhm.
You know, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right, which is probably why they are trying to remix the show and they're doing, I guess, a spinoff
Mhm.
of Ready to Love called, what is it called?
Make a move. Or
Make a Move.
Get
Thank
Moved.
you. Ooh, I won't be moving over there, but yes, good luck to the people on that spinoff there. So they showed us some. I'm sorry. Were there any other thoughts on that before we?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, if here, like, I've said this already, but I'm just saying, like, really, at its core, Ready to Love could be something that worked if they had the right people on production and they just really like revamped a lot of things behind the scenes, revamped the rules, revamped the hosts, revamped the dynamics, like do something. Because I'll say this honestly, like I've been really enjoying, and it's a completely different kind of show. It's very toned down, very chill, but something about it like is enjoyable. But the love experiment with the three best friends, like to me, I've been enjoying that a lot more. And I understand it's not a whole bunch of shenanigans and it's not as, I don't know, over the top as Ready to Love is, but to me, it's given me, at least as far as the enjoyment factor, I've been enjoying that a lot more in comparison. So I just felt like if they could just take a different approach or just find some way to like infuse some new life into it, they need to do that. But as is, it's not working. They need to find a way to just bring it back into its heyday. Because no, not feeling it as of now.
Yeah, no, it's not giving what it was supposed to give.
I don't want it to be canceled, but they need to. I think they should keep the people till the end. They shouldn't do eliminations until the end.
I agree.
Then it wouldn't be so much of a game.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. And we can see the mess. I mean, it will still be mess. Trust and believe. Yeah. You know,
there wouldn't be such a fight to have alliances just to make it to the end. That's silly.
Right. We Dre Monstar, forgive me if I said it wrong. Dre Monstar 870 says, I think Janelle and Sierra excommunicated Jessica. Oh yeah, Kira, you think so too? You think so too? Oh,
we can't hear you here.
Yeah,
it's muted. Sorry, my mic is muted. I said, yeah, because they were making faces in the back when she was talking about her connection with Marie or something. They were making faces, and I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Oh, I wasn't even, child, I wasn't even paying attention. I was probably giving me something.
Yeah, that was earlier in the, so that's why I caught that, because I was a little distracted when I was watching it too, because I was like,
the only reason why I don't think so is because they keep doing these interviews, and Jessica just did one and said that she's friends with Janelle.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think maybe they might have been rolling their eyes because they knew that relationship they was trying to peddle on that, between Marie and Jessica.
Yeah.
You know,
I rolled my eyes.
Girl, that's several times. Me too, several times.
I mean, it was just some BS.
Some grade A. Great.
You got the people backstage was like, they didn't even kiss.
Right. I had to agree with Sassy Red when he was like, it ain't real. I'm like, I know. I mean, I felt bad having to agree with him.
Okay. Damn. You know it's a day in hell when we fooling around agreeing with Sassy Red. Oh my God. Herbert was playing the same not interested game they were playing because no one was interested in no one. Again, I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you are right. They actually showed us some unseen footage about Marie turning down Kat and him going and choosing Jessica. Kat was getting emotional about that. Honestly, I feel like he did her a favor. And then Tommy is bringing in the situation or bringing up, I guess, a little bit confused as to why Kat and Q didn't hit it off like he thought that they would. I think we already kind of touched base on why that didn't happen, and Q was scared straight. Any thoughts before we move on to Sassy Red and his pettiness?
Bring on Sassy Red.
All right.
Jessica, I just don't feel like, I just don't see why she was lying. Like she was hesitating. Like, girl, just y'all not a couple. Just say it.
And what was going on with her eye? One of her eyes looked like it was like a little puffy or something.
Oh,
What
I
is
did see
that?
that. I did see that. I
I
did
was
see
like,
that. But her eye, but she always like that. Like that's always a thing.
oh,
I promise
really?
you. That yeah, that's always a thing. I
Okay.
think it was more pronounced in this episode, but her eyes have always been kind of
Yeah,
like this top lid has always been kind of puffy. And again, not
it
to
was
try
just
to like
like
shame nobody's
warm.
face or nothing. Like we just
No,
know.
it just looked like just one of them was a little like puffy. I was like,
Yeah, no, it's been like that. Okay, let's get into Sassy Red. I was like, I know y'all not but to waste our time with this. Anyway, okay. I am going to open the floor. It was Red, Kira, Unique, Q, Janelle, and Chris. They started talking about the whole thought job scandal. I'll leave you alone, Brandy, this time. I'm come back to you though. I'll leave you alone. Kira, what are your thoughts on this whole thought job situation with Unique and Red since they're gonna bring it back up again on this reunion? What were your thoughts?
he was petty. I didn't really care. And I thought it was funny when he was like plugging his thought job, whatever. And she started talking. She was like, oh, go ahead and say the URL again. He was like, never mind. They got it. I was like, ooh, I was cracking up.
Baby, Unique. She had some zingers. The baby was she was rolling them out. Unique. Man.
I thought it was funny when he was like, Tommy, you want one? And he was like, no, I don't. No.
I did not catch that. I did not catch that.
Oh, yeah, he said that.
I know that's right. Lil Baby says when you know that they filmed this season within a month time frame, it gives pause as to why these folks are so dramatic and messy when they aren't that invested in each other. Again, that's gonna be the phrase. I'm with you when you're right, mama.
Because they don't care. I just like, look, and again, that's another example. And I'm not saying they need to be filming for 6 months because I don't think that's the answer either. But clearly, you guys just like it's very microwave. Let's get in, let's get out. And I'm like, that's never going to give any kind of genuine, and not even just the love parts. We could argue whether that would ever actually be the case or not. But there's not even enough time to have genuine interactions and genuine, like dynamics at play between all these people in a month. Like, it doesn't make sense. So that's another thing. Like, if you guys are going to continue on with this show, like trying to like churn stuff out is not going to be to your benefit going forward either.
It's like you said, D. It's more beneficial to try to produce quality over quantity because once you do that, you'll have the views, you'll have the viewership that you want, and you'll have cast members that are halfway decent. Because I think somebody had a list of things that Ready to Love needs to improve. Please add psych evaluations because, baby, the way Travis. I don't call him Habibi. His name is Travis. The way Travis. Hakeem. Oh, that's it. Oh, I forgot. Hakeem. The way Hakeem. I said, oh baby, he
something ain't right.
He's not okay. He is
Elevator
not okay.
All the way to the top.
It's not. Janelle pipes up, I think, during the conversation because Unique says that she hears the word on the curb about Red being a deadbeat dad. Did y'all hear that part?
Yes, I did. I was like, oh. She took it there.
She should have just opened up and said something. She really, if you're gonna bring it, spray it. Let us know what it was. But Janelle wasn't the one to be trying to be the voice of reason to tell us nothing about being mature and all that. What were your thoughts on? Y'all think he a deadbeat dad for real?
Look, like I said, we got to throw that allegedly in there. But I'll say this. Yeah, allegedly. But I'll say that the thing is, it's very easy, especially as a man who's, especially with this man who's talking about he does this, he knows that, and his name is known out there, and blah, 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 blah. My thing is, if everyone, whether it's true or not, my thing is, if you think that everyone knows you, you're constantly working, you're constantly out in the streets and constantly in the mix, my thing is, how much of that time is being taken away from your children? Like the way that you're stating that, like it sounds like you spend a lot of time like away and out and about. So to me, like reading between the lines, I can kind of see it. I'm not saying like I understand like there's a way to kind of make time for both, but we know that some dads, not all, of course, but there are plenty of dads who struggle being, financial providers and not actually being present, with their children. They're kind of off chasing aspirations, or they're just providing the money, and they're not actually cultivating real, like life experiences with their children. So I wouldn't put it past them, unfortunately.
I agree. Allegedly, because we don't know for sure.
Right.
We don't know for sure.
I mean, he didn't very loudly deny it, so I mean,
he really didn't.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a chance either with Janelle chiming in. I think so. I think Brandy saw that interview as well with the Crystal XO when Sassy Red was on there, and he did say that was a problem in his marriage, was that he wasn't, as involved because he was doing whatever he's doing. I ain't never heard of him, but I guess somebody had.
I didn't even watch that interview. I turned it on after work, turned it right back off. I didn't hear his voice. I didn't feel like looking at him. I couldn't do it. I was gonna say I didn't like from the beginning of the scene when nephew Tommy was like, "Oh, why were you so bothered by that?" And he said, "Oh, I wasn't bothered. I just want her to stand on what she said." But clearly, you were bothered because we spent how many episodes on this,
right.
and you made
we still talking about it,
and you tweeted, right. And yeah, like clearly you're bothered, and it's kind of like where smoke is fire. Also, I do kind of feel like Unique wanted her moment, though. I ain't gonna lie, because she just kept it going too long for me. Like, if you really didn't mean nothing by it to offend him, then why are you keeping it going? And then other thing, like, if you got the tea, girl, spill the tea. Like, she could have said it at the hold down, like, "Oh yeah, my friend said that she know that you ain't a deadbeat." Like, say it in the moment, not like come on here and then Janelle gotta be Captain Save Red, which she irritated me because she can't carry no message of wholesome for me.
Nothing. Not Captain Save Red.
I wasn't mad she kept it going, because the way he kept that thing going during the season, I was like, "Sir, it's not necessary to pull her to the side and have 10 conversations. Like, one conversation and we should have been done. And here we are, episodes later, and you still doing this."
Yeah. It's hard to say that she wanted a moment though, because they asked her about it. So she was like responding to it. But the moment was when she was like, "I heard I got some tea." Like, okay, don't drag that on. Like, spit it out or don't say nothing. That was the only issue I had. Like, girl, if you're going to talk about it or don't bring it up.
Right. I think to me, that's where I felt like she was trying to have a moment.
Yeah, that's why I made it like that part. She just kind of like, "Okay, girl, what is it?"
Yeah.
Right. Like, our job is like, that was Sassy Red moment because he just couldn't wait for somebody to mention it.
Okay. He was like, "I got t-shirts online. Here's my URL."
And she said, like, "Look, I was talking about your job, not you." He called her a thought.
Yeah, he did. And then tried to slide in her DMs and send her a text to say he wanted to connect with her offline. I was looking at him like, ugh. But did y'all catch that he's still talking to Kira and Janelle, still dating them?
I was gonna say, like, the way the look on Janelle's face was kind of like,
yeah. I was like, are y'all just having conversation or are you dating? He was saying, like, are we just hanging out? Like, okay, I thought we were just eating lunch, but now you talking about we dating. Like, hold on.
Not the way Janelle was like, "Nigga, you wasn't supposed to say that."
And Quentin, I was looking at Quentin like, "What you?"
Yeah, I was looking at it.
He was silent. I was like, "Quentin, you gonna say something?" Child, she got him scared straight. He ain't gonna say a word. Big as he is. Oh,
Well, I bet you they ain't together today's date, so she can date Sassy Red all she wants.
I bet she can.
And I was gonna say, Belle, I thought it was funny when I thought it was interesting that they showed all this unseen footage, but did conveniently cut it out the entire season. It was like, right. But I said it plenty of times. I'm like, it's some stuff on the cutting room floor that we're not seeing, and we just see all this stuff interspersed throughout the reunion. But okay. But yeah, when I don't know if you saw the scene where, of course, Red was dragging the whole thought job thing, but then Quentin was like, "Well, they say I got a thought job too," and I was like, me and Belle definitely had a whole conversation about Quentin having, because Belle was like, "Oh, them personal trainers, thought jobs."
Them and barbers and pastors. Sorry for anybody who
Oh, not the pasta.
I'm sorry. Can I speak freely? Please, may I? Can I? I'm just telling you. Sorry, what I've seen. It may not be at all of them, but I've seen a few. I've seen a couple. Lil Baby said it's that fool thinking that folks want those turd thought job t-shirts. Move around. Move around. Come on now, move around. Any final thoughts before we move on to Marie and Jessica, the couple of the season?
What did Dre say? I don't got my glasses. I can't see it.
I'm moving it down.
Oh, okay, there you go. I still can't see.
Janelle IG Live said something else. LOL. Also, I seen a post on Sierra IG story with her. I feel like this is how you would say it. You probably wouldn't, but anyway, okay. Also, I seen a post on Sierra IG story with her that Gunna song "Turn Your Back" with Jessica back turned in the background. Okay, so I don't know Gunna song like that. I don't know that one. I don't know that song. But is that like treacherous or betrayal or something like that? Tell us more in the comments because
right.
I'm part auntie. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel a little long in the tooth.
Okay. Yeah. What Kira said. Yeah. But is that like betrayal or something? Just tell us in the comments. Get in the comments. Let us know because we don't know. Hey, Portia.
Hey,
okay,
Portia.
So we get into Marie, who was dressed very well. He looked like a little Oscar to me, like a little golden Oscar. Every time I saw him, he looked like an Oscar to me. Like the actual trophy.
I mean, he needed to redeem himself after he showed up to almost every single scene for the majority of the season. And same polo shirts and jeans or pants. I mean, like every single scene where I can count on half of one hand the number of times he didn't show up looking that same way. So he needed to do something.
And his striped outfits. Don't forget about his striped look.
Yeah, that's the only one that just had me restless at night. Like, why did you have that on?
And the overalls, the classic.
I was just about to say them overalls, like Farmer Joe.
It's a house party in the 80s, right out of it.
Mm-hmm. So they show Marie and Jessica's package, and I guess his journey to making his decision to, I guess, choose Jessica at the end of the season. I said Marie real smooth. This Negro said, "You're not eye candy, you're soul food." I said, okay. okay, I see. Okay. Did y'all see? Well, I know y'all did, but in the beginning of the show, like when he, Tommy does his little thing, they were sitting next to each other, and you literally could fit like 5 people in between the two of them. I was like, no body length. I mean, no caressing, no touching, no nothing. Ugh.
Have we ever seen chemistry between them at any point?
Great question. No. Shayna, what are your outside? Have we ever seen chemistry? Any other thoughts on that?
No, just what they were saying backstage. Like, y'all full of it. Like, y'all are not dating to say it.
Why do you guys think they're trying to do this? Is there money involved or something?
Maybe the producers are saying, like, look, we need some couples. Fake it through the reunion at least.
Oh God, if that's the case.
But my thing is, if that's the case, can you not coach these people to at least pretend? I promise you give me. Well, I'm not trying to say that I'm fake. I'm saying if you give me enough money, I will put on the acting chops and I will commit to the bit if I must, and I can certainly do a more convincing job than what they were given, and especially. Because I'm just like, if you really wanted this to be believable, even the answer that she gave Tommy as far as like, why did you choose, what was it about Mario? And she was like, huh? It was just that long silence. And then she's like, it's just, we got down to like the getaway and, I had the one connection. So I figured it was best that time to go with my one connection. And so that's how it went along. And that's how we are here. And then we're doing good. And I'm like, so basically, there was nobody left. So I figured, why not go with Maria. I'd rather you just say that because I'm like, all that's him and Han. Like, we know what it is.
Even Tommy was looking like, child, please. They should have
Right.
let Maria go first. He answered better than she did.
But he looked like he almost didn't want to talk though. Like,
Right, because he knew she was lying. Allegedly.
Right, allegedly. But when Tommy said, "What made you separate yourself?" and she was like, separate yourself," and then Maria gave his face like, you know, what? So are y'all together or not? What is? It was weird. Very much
They
weird.
could have got a little arm around. We could have got a little
Yes.
hand on the thigh, a little something.
Something.
And the way they was cutting them eyes in the back, and she said something like that was her connection from like middle of the way out, and everybody was looking around, and Chris was like, "I said, lie,
Yes. My only thing was because when Crystal doesn't in them interviews, I think I forgot whose interview it was. I think when Maria and Chris was on there fighting and arguing, like I saw a cat in the comments and she was calling Maria messy Maria, and I'm like, it seemed like y'all was cool at the reunion. Now you calling him messy? Like I'm like, there's more drama going on behind the scenes that I'm more interested in than what's going on here on the show.
We need a reunion to the reunion.
Yeah,
we do.
I wish she didn't do these interviews. So like she did all these interviews during the season. So it's like now this is the time to start doing interviews so we can find out what's going on present day.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Tequila about to do another interview, or she just did.
I don't want to see what she got to say. I want to see.
She don't be saying nothing.
She swear she got so much information. Yeah, was she only on 2 episodes?
Girl, yes. I think we was like, praise God, after the 3rd episode, she was getting voted off. Girl, yeah, we done with her. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to say about Maria and Jessica, but I think I'm forgetting it. Oh, Kat. I don't know what it was, and maybe this is just me because I'm rooting for. I really truly am rooting for Kat, but I didn't like how she had something to say when Jessica and Maria were up on the stage. Like, I just kind of felt like, are you salty because Maria didn't choose you? Is that what that was? She just seemed real salty to me. Did y'all get that as well, or was that just me?
Do you know what it was she said?
What was it? Oh, when I mean, I think it was just a culmination of things. She was talking about how Jessica and Maria didn't look real, which I mean that's obvious, but I just didn't think she should be having anything to say about it. And I think that there was a couple other. Let me think about that. It was just something that Kat was doing.
I know what you're talking about because somebody said something when they said, "Oh, y'all didn't even kiss it," and they said somebody made a comment, and then she said, "Oh, I didn't want to be the one to say it. I didn't want to." I think it was that part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm just like, Kat, please, girl.
Is it because of that, or do you think it's because she's friends with Janelle, so she just don't like those mean girls?
That's what I think. That's what I think. She doesn't like Janelle, but even still, like, I don't know. It was something Kat was doing that was just kind of irking me. I'm like, girl, please be quiet, because he really did you a favor. So anyway, he really did you a favor. Portia says they also need to stop filming the reunion so soon after the final taping. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they need to let some of these social media wars play out, then do the reunion.
Yes.
You shouldn't be allowed to even talk on social media, and they shouldn't film it until right and before the finale, at least.
Right.
That wouldn't have enough time to see. They didn't even see half of these scenes, so they still finding out what's going on.
Right. And I think they need to start incorporating social media into the reunions as well. Like, what you tweeted, and this was the response, and this is what you said on that YouTube interview, and et cetera, et cetera. I think they need to start doing that.
I was gonna say they also need to, and when you said social media, I also thought about how on all the Real Housewives shows they'll incorporate. Now sometimes it's just production being messy, but either way, but they'll incorporate questions from like actual people on social media or real people. Like, so why did such and such, and why did you feel this way?
Who made those questions, D? I think all the questions is made up. We need to be looking at them cards.
That's what I'm saying. I say like a good bulk of this production. I'm like maybe some real ones make their way through, but I'm just saying regardless, they need even if it's fake, they need to like bring in some additional stuff, because I feel like aren't all the questions coming from Tommy, and I'm like, Tommy, you don't have it. You don't have it. As far as the question asking and just kind of getting the answers, and like we need to be pulling from a wider net as far as the conversations, and then bringing the actual topics and the conversations to a close. Because the way he just leaves stuff just all kinds of open threads and open doors, and I'm like,
moving on too quick. Or at least if they're gonna do it so soon, they need to be showing them these scenes that they haven't seen yet, like during the reunion. That way they can see it for the first time and react and respond in that moment.
Exactly.
Instead of showing them something they already saw, like we don't need to see what happened at the mixer. Let's get to the later episodes.
Right. I will say, I think Tommy does. While I know he doesn't really dig too much into some of the things that we would want him to dive into, when it comes to mess between two women, he got all the time in the world to be trying to uncover every stone, just being an old messy, just anyway. So that's my y'all know I don't like Tommy. I don't want too much care for him.
You mean the forever fiance?
Right, exactly. Of 30 years. Oh my God. Embarrassing. But anyway,
that's not too much on Tommy, because you know what happened? We tried to get somebody else.
You right.
That's what you wish for. That was the worst that reunion still was worse than this one.
That's
and this
true.
Was the worst season
ever. You right. Not too much on Tommy. Okay, so we get to Hakeem, TT, Taekwondo. Hakeem, TT, Janelle, and Sierra. Y'all, this segment, I was like, what is going on in here, y'all?
I felt like I felt like my brain cells were like evaporating and like listening to it. I was just like, I just felt like my brain was just contorting, trying to make sense of what I was watching, and it just nothing was coming together for me.
Nothing at all. Brandy, what did you think?
I tweeted that I didn't even want to do this section with Habibi because I already knew it was gonna be foolishness with Travis and his like backhanded half-baked apologies, like if I offended you, and that's subjective. And I'm surprised Janelle didn't give her more smoke, because if it was a woman, she would have she would have got all nasty
right in. Right.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong for this, but when he pulled out that saxophone, I was hollering with tears in my eyes. I was laughing so hard.
That's why I got mad at Tommy, because I'm like, what is this? He has offended everybody on the stage and backstage, and now he gets an opportunity to perform. He's not Drew Sidora.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
It was so wrong, because they should have not even let him do that or show that. But it was just like out of the blue.
What was all the props? First we seeing toys, kinky toys, and then we seeing what is this? I don't want to see what y'all doing, y'all, all these hobbies and stuff. In my spare time, I'm a saxophonist. Keep it in your spare time. we don't care.
It was wrong.
Yeah, that was giving me what was it? That was really giving me the "Do you remember the time" episode from Martin, where Gina and Martin were recalling how they first met, and Martin had this idealized pimp version of himself, and like when he impressed Gina by grabbing the saxophone and playing "Reasons" by Earth, Wind and Fire. And that's what it was. It was just like, I mean, of course, it's a fantasy in the show, but it was the same thing where it was just all of a sudden it's like, boom, I can just like serenade the room and start playing the saxophone. I was like, really? I was very. And Tommy was just sitting there like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
get some control over your set.
Right? How does somebody just run off the stage in anger and be like, oh, it's all right, go ahead and go on, put on a little show. Let's see what you little nephew. What are you going to address that Janelle is backstage angry? She was like, this is what y'all don't do. Y'all don't get him. And I'm like, now I got to side with Janelle. Why?
Right. Which I was wondering why Quentin wasn't out there with her. Like, so Herbert met Janelle to try to console her. Quentin was nowhere to be found. What
you know why?
With that?
That was real weird.
He ain't with her no more. You know that.
About that too.
Okay,
About that
that's
too.
it. That's it. We got to see the replay between Taekwondo and Hakeem, and she really, really, really gave Bird energy. He was telling people that he was a cheater and that he, you know, for a whole year I was able to keep my peen in my pants. I'm proud, like going around proudly telling people that he used to just give it away with a 2-for-1 coupon. Like I'm so and then Taekwondo being like, at least he keep it real. I love a man that's honest with me. Like, girl, are you not seeing yourself on TV?
Bill,
Anyway,
you
go ahead.
remember what I told you when we first had that before the panel came to be, when we had our first interaction about the show, you and I. You remember what I called your girl?
I can't remember. I might have to go back and look.
I told you that she crowned herself the leader of the Pick Me Princess Parade.
Yes, that's it. Pick Me Princess Parade. That's it. She really has.
I don't get it.
I don't either. It's embarrassing, and I want better for her, but I don't know. Anyway.
It seemed like Kira was defending him a little bit though, when Janelle was like, "You didn't apologize," and Kira was like, "Yes, he did." And I'm like, "I know you don't like Janelle, but
I feel like that's where it was coming from. Like, even if you don't like Janelle, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I already knew Tommy.
Tommy said he did also, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Right?
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
When did we? Or that little apology he gave on the sofa? Is that what they count?
Oh, that's what I guess. That's what she was. I guess that was because he said, "I'm not the kind of man that would say something like that." But we actually have like footage. We actually have footage of you. So what?
Before, I want to say it was before or after that, he said something about like, "Well, if I made you guys feel, first of all, if ands and buts, well, and maybe not, but if ifs and buts, if that word is in your apology, it invalidates everything else you have to say. I did this. I apologize. Everything else, you can keep that.
Period."
I didn't like that Tommy tried to tell him to apologize. Like, don't make, if he's not genuinely going to do it, then just let it be. Don't try to make him think something, oh, forget it. I can apologize off stage. Like, why are you chasing her? Talking about Janelle, leave her alone. You didn't want to apologize on the stage. So why are you chasing behind her?
Right.
You cutting into your saxophone time.
Did it sound good? I didn't even hear it. Did it sound good, y'all? Kira, did it sound good?
I didn't listen to his pick up the pieces. I didn't listen to none of that because
oh my God.
My son had walked in the room when they had played him talking about he had broke up with the girl because she ain't give him no lettuce. And my son was like, what? And I was like, I mean, it was my 15-year-old, thankfully, but I was like, just check that.
Not lettuce. I didn't think you use a different word.
That's a good.
I've heard that.
Stevie J.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, no lettuce. He was like, God. No, it's crazy. I'm like, go on with your friends.
That's funny. They always be around when they ain't supposed to be. Come on now. Portia says when Cat segment came, Janelle and Jessica were making so many faces. Now I'm for sure they weren't welcoming at the ladies' lounge. Yeah. I'm sure. I know Janelle's not a nice girl, and obviously birds of a feather flock together. So if Janelle's not nice, then Jessica probably ain't very nice either. Any final thoughts before we move on from Hakeem and his saxophone? It was embarrassing.
Nope.
I really something was not right with him. Something really isn't.
I don't think he deserved a segment. I guess they wanted to address what he said to Janelle, but he just made it worse.
Yeah. Okay, so we get to Lee, Marvin, Kat, Herbert, Unique, Janelle, and Red. They talk about Marvin. They bring out the toys. We saw the toys, and apparently Unique went to one of the shows. And they also show some highlights of all the women interacting with Marvin and pretty much being turned off by him because of the way that he likes to express himself. So what were y'all thoughts? I'm gonna just throw it out there. Kira, what were your thoughts on Marvin and him?
Ooh, so Unique didn't want to be girlfriend number 2. I was like, oh, because it looked like they was having a little something. And then when Tommy asked, he was like, oh, because he had a girlfriend. I'm like, you sound disappointed. You could have just jumped on the rosters.
Sure.
Right.
Unique turned out. She was turned out. I saw that. I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to be upset. I thought we were going to get to see her be upset about her kissing him and then him participating in conversation to get her out of there. But instead, she was like,
Me too, but maybe she didn't see it yet because of how soon they filmed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it's close to the reunion because that's what I want a reaction to.
I did too.
That's what I thought.
Got it.
Wasn't he the one that eliminated her though?
Yep.
Yeah, he put her in a spot.
I mean, yeah, but wasn't he I mean, I guess they don't mean he necessarily did it, but he was the one that took her on the date, right? To eliminate her? Or was it somebody else?
Yeah, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
But and he's the reason she wouldn't have probably got eliminated had he stood up for her.
Right, exactly. But he wasn't. I feel like I think when they went on that picnic, I watched it back again after they showed us the recap on the reunion. I say, I don't think he really liked her like that. I don't think he was that into her.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I never saw it. Even the kiss looked a little awkward.
Yeah. It was she enjoyed it. You could tell she had butterflies and everything going on, but he was just kind of like, that's it. Oh, okay.
That's why I was wondering why he was still talking to her. Like, I can see why she's interested in him. I don't know. I mean, that's what she into. But I'm like, why are you wasting your time with her?
Right.
Kira, what like an only connection. I don't think nobody else was really willing to put up with his shenanigans.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Y'all know I like Marvin. And I like him because he's unconventional. He's unconventional and he stands in his truth. I appreciate somebody who can be unconventional, who can break the mold and just, I'm not the regular, I'm not the norm. This is who I am. Take me as I am. So I appreciate that.
I mean, you didn't quite stand 10 toes down for your boy. You kind of tapped out towards the end, but that's okay.
Yeah, because he started doing some shit I wasn't gonna be able to. I was like, Marvin, please. You embarrassing me. Like, oh God, I'm getting flashbacks. But anyway, any final thoughts before we get to the main event?
I was just gonna say I agree with you, Belle, that I did. I like that he was a different character on Ready to Love than we've seen all these seasons. That's what I did.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. All right, so we had Phil, Taekwondo. What's the other? Who else was on the stage? It was Phil, Janelle.
Doesn't matter. Does it matter? Is this
no? It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it was Phil, Jessica, and Janelle. But
yeah, thank you, Phil, Jessica, and Janelle. So we get Taekwondo and her package, and she's rocking back and forth, right? Already. And y'all know what that means when a black woman rocking back and forth the way she was rocking. I was like, oh no, girl. They said she needed to take her meds. She was like, Janelle was over there joking, saying I need to take my meds. I was like, but do you need to take your meds? Do you know? like not trying to be funny. Like, we promote mental health, but girl, if you're on a schedule, maybe you should maintain it. Like, I'm not trying to be funny.
And I was gonna say, given the behavior she displayed, like, it'd be one thing if she hadn't done anything. Like, you know how people can like gaslight you and twist it and make it seem like, oh, why are you? Something's wrong with you. You're like crazy. Maybe you need to see. Like, that's one thing. But when you hopping up and down and jumping, trying to buck and bop people upside the head based off of some nignog you just met on a reality TV show, then yes, I can kind of call into question your psychological state, because it doesn't make sense.
Yes. Her and Phil have a showdown, I guess. They play their package where T asked him a question about sexuality and what his most, erotic, sexual act was. And she pretty much just dropped him off and made him feel uncomfortable. It was a very uncomfortable scene. They played it back and then opened the floor for T and Phil to have the conversation again. T goes right in and tries to, I thought it was unwarranted. She goes in and insults him and says it's the broke energy. I'm like, girl, I know you ain't talking. But what were your thoughts on that part?
I don't know, Brandy, do you want to go first?
Well, not everybody knowing Phil was broke.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kira, go ahead.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's so many things. Like, first of all, in the original scene where she got offended by Phil, when you ask a question like, "Where's the craziest place you had sex?" and somebody tell you, "What do you say, the garage or something?" and then you get offended, but you asked a question. I never understood that. First of all, then when she got down to the reunion and her feathers and her bird realness. Then she explained it and was like, yeah, he made me very uncomfortable when he was talking about threesomes and something. And I was like, but you brought it up to him.
Yes.
And then he said something backstage.
Yeah. He said
like,
something.
Oh, that he enjoys peaches on the weekend.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, wait, what? and then when she was like, oh, let me tell you why I was offended because he broke. I was like, what does that have to do with that moment? Like, that has nothing to do with that moment. Like, y'all doing Phil bad this season. Like,
I'm
dang.
telling you.
Now that I'm thinking about it, though, because I mean, we know it's a thing about him being broke, and he like Tommy, he ain't got no job. But that was like more towards the end with Aries when she was like, "Listen, do you got a job or not?" So I'm like, we weren't even there yet when the reunion was on. So I'm like, how long they been calling Phil broke? Has this been going on longer than we thought? And that's why Kira said it.
It's got to be.
Every time you bring up his brokenness, it's like, well, I filed bankruptcy in 2000. Which I'm like, why are you bringing that up? That's all the way from 2008. But I'm like, what's she been doing since then? Everybody thinks she broke.
I mean, Kira was the one who was also asking the same thing. I mean, it was too many people asking and saying the same thing. Portia says, I think they gave Nuck If You Buck moniker, the Nuck If You Buck moniker to the wrong person. Yeah, I agree. Actually, two things can be true at the same time. I think it needs to be Nuck If You Buck 1 and Nuck If You Buck 2 because Janelle ain't no better. She really isn't no better. Did y'all catch her trying to have her little Oprah voice the whole time? Listen, you guys, I'm here to try to be as mature as I possibly can, but deep down inside, I'm still not shit. Like, that's how she was giving us that Oprah. She was giving us that Oprah voice. I was like, Janelle, please. And when she broke, I was like, there you go. There it is. There it is. There it is.
I was like, where's the real Janelle?
You should only do that with the women. When Habibi was acting a fool, it's like, I'm walking away. I'm above this. When Tequila was like, what? Do you want to fight? Like, what?
But see,
and now she just started hitting her hand like, do you want to fight? Do you want to? I'm like, all right.
It went from 0 to 100 so quick.
She really did. But I mean, Tequila was trying to like push her. She was edging her on to that. I'm like, why did you even feed into it? It wasn't even that serious.
She's trying to make her 5-minute stretch.
Right.
Could have just let it go, because as soon as Tacky T was on that stage acting like, oh, we good then, and Tommy looked confused, Janelle looked like she wanted to be rocking back and forth too.
Yes,
she got
she
back
really
there like, oh.
I noticed Aries' face when Tequila walked past her. She was like,
yes, Aries' face was all kinds of contorting. She was just like, "Oh no, I cannot do this, girl. I cannot."
Who's the one that was like, "There's a feather over here"? Because I got the mess started. I'm like, who said that?
Bitch, I would have been one of the ones. I'd have been like, "Oh, girl, your feather on the ground."
Like, yes, feathers are everywhere. Like, yeah, that's not you trying to flip it. Like, girl, why did you pick that dress?
Girl, you molting. She over there molting, child.
I mean, it's besides the point because I understand that this doesn't look good, but like looking at it, I'm like, I can't even tell where her body is, like the or the shape of the dress. It's like literally like stuff like feathers just slapped on.
Then when she stood up, she got the belt around the waist. Like, I ain't worn a belt around my waist like that since about 2008.
I was gonna say that's 2008 fashion.
Why?
It's just all wrong. It's just all wrong. Like, who said that was gonna be the reunion look? That
And
was
then,
gonna be
and the silver chains coming off of the bottom. I was like, all right.
The hair pulled back let me know she was ready for a fight.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Maybe the feathers were for protection because she knew what she was coming to do.
Maybe. I didn't catch that belt. I did not catch that belt, Shayna. Had I caught that belt,
Yeah, she stood up when she was shaking the table. I'm like, what is that? What is that? Why? You didn't need that belt to set it off. Like, it was that on its own.
Not the vulture prom.
Vulture. Little baby said it was giving vulture prom. You absolutely right. Okay. With the molting and all, child. Just get your feathers, girl. Don't get them off the ground.
Get all loose, like they ain't glued down tight.
I'm telling you, them Party City feathers. Yes, that's exactly. Ugh, yikes, girl. Please.
But somebody else is like, it's a feather over here. And then you start arguing with Janelle. Like, wait a minute. But Janelle was.
Wait, but I thought it was Janelle who said that, though.
I thought it was somebody else. It was somebody else.
It was somebody at the table with her, I think, said it. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch that part because I thought Janelle was trying to be.
I can't figure out who it was, but I didn't recognize Janelle's voice by now, and it wasn't her.
Okay. I was like, damn, Janelle, that's the perfect line. That's the perfect line.
That's why Janelle was like, girl, do you want to fight? Because I didn't even say in what?
Right.
Like,
yeah, no, it was. We'll see how this goes next episode. Why Janelle ain't pull up on Tequila like she did Kat?
well, Portia, you know why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy answer.
When talking to the security guard, like the Tequila would have been outside waiting for her to pull up for her Uber.
For real. Kat is. I think, like Brandy said, Kat is a threat. And she's been a threat. And Janelle, she's a real insecure woman. So that is where the episode ends. Any final thought, or the part one ends? Any final thoughts?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I completely forgot about this. And this is a slightly bigger question to ask because I suddenly in my head I was like, am I forgetting somebody? And then in my head I heard you talking about what somebody brings to the table, but you over here driving an Uber. Chris 2.0.
Yes.
I have a question. I'm genuinely asking this. I'm not even trying to be funny. But do you guys think there was an age limit for braids?
I knew it was
Yes.
It's starting to be like a trend, like they forcing it back. I'm like,
they need to go right back to hell wherever it came from.
I thought it was over with, and all of a sudden, I'm like, because I feel like you would have looked fine, and then it was like, well, why?
I put that on my nose, but I was like, I ain't gonna go in on these people.
I don't go because I'll tell y'all offline. I'm gonna just
yeah. That's an offline conversation. I feel like I know where that's going. Let us offline conversation. Yeah. Kira, did you have something to say about braids? I saw you.
No, I peeped them when Dee said, "Is there an age limit?" I said yes because I noticed that too. I was like, "Who is got these straight backs and they doggone hair? Grown ass people." I was like, "Oh, he should have."
He didn't get them loose hair. You got straight cornrows. Like, don't y'all wear them loose? Like,
yeah. And I just saw, and I also, it's funny, it's timely because I just saw the whole Jalen Rose conversation as well. In his hair. Jalen Rose, 55.
Yeah. I think those basketball players are the reason why it's making a comeback.
Oh, we need to stop them in their tracks. Stop them right now. They must be stopped. They
I've
must
not
be
had braids since high school.
right. Brandy, what were you going to say?
Oh, I wasn't going to talk about the braids.
Oh, the braids.
I said I wasn't going to talk about the braids, but I forgot because when I saw him, I was like, "Who is that with them braids?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." He could have just wore the afro, we would have been okay. But
Yes.
now I was going to mention the part about when Tequila was on stage and Nephew Tommy's like, "Did you not see and hear everything Habibi said to the girls earlier?" And she was like, "No, I didn't see it or hear it." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty convenient."
Exactly.
Yeah, you just so happen to be getting your makeup done or whatever.
Right.
Right.
Right. And then you didn't hear it either when y'all were in the ladies' lounge when everybody was shocked and appalled at what girl. Yeah. Whatever man she get, she gonna deserve him. I'll just leave it at that. Whatever man she decide to choose, she gonna that's who she choose right there. I ain't gonna say nothing else. That'll be my last. Any other thoughts that I missed? Fashions or things that
I talked about the 2 curveballs. I knew they were going in the Cats package, but I'm surprised they didn't talk about Chris 2.0 as well. Like they were just like, oh well. Anyway, Cat.
Right. They just asked him what do you think about being on the journey, and that was it.
Yeah.
He was a big flop. I think he was supposed to do more like Cat did more, but he was a flop.
Yeah, well, the problem is he was just so excited to be here, and we didn't get too much else outside of what he did in his career aspirations. He's been on the runway. He's been a teacher. Yeah.
He was a doctor. Don't forget. Yo, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of it. All the jobs.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see. Actually, let's get into that. What are y'all interested to see for the part 2? Or excited to see for part 2? I'll let Kira go first.
Ooh, I don't know. I want to see how the tacky tea thing plays out. Other than that, I don't know.
I want to see how Janelle and Quentin are going to explain away their BS, basically.
Okay.
Because I already know there's an excuse. I just want to know what it is.
Yeah. Yes. Brandy?
Definitely want to see Tequila versus Janelle for sure. Definitely the Quentin's excuse. Her having kids is gonna be his excuse. He got with her because he had to way out. That's what it was. I'm interested to see the Phil and Aries, but it's gonna be awkward and uncomfortable. But I'm interested in that too.
Shayna?
Yeah, the same too. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Janelle and Q try to like pretend like they're still dating.
That's what I'm
thinking. I think they're gonna try to say they still dating, and when we know they not.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm just messy. I just want to see Tequila and
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw pretty much everything there was to see because security already started stepping in, so they get us all hype, and then the first 2 minutes is over with.
That's real. That's
what's always funny. It's either they either do that or they do those little black flashes. So it's like like this is all and nothing's happening, but they're chopping this up to make it look like there's a whole bunch going on right now.
That's true.
Most action that table got the most action was the Tequila push that table over. I'm like, that's probably the most action that happened.
Exactly. And I know that she did that thing that a lot of folks do that I don't understand. Or I probably understood it at one point. But now it's just like that don't mean anything anymore. But they muted it because you could hear it in the trailer, but or the promo, like the little promo trailer. But she was talking about some I'm from Shreveport. Don't F with me.
Yeah,
Shreveport.
Okay.
And it's like
and okay, so you can think it out. But okay. No, I want to see Chris 1.0 and Jessica. I want to see that.
Oh yeah, we need to see that.
Yeah, I need answers. I want to hear his explanation.
I can't imagine what he'll come up with for that.
Right.
And if they don't address it, like
oh yeah, they can wrap this up because
they don't address that then.
Because Rowan already did a whole bunch of BS this season with stuff they wanted to chop, screw, and cut out. Not just even on the reunion, but just the entire season. I'm like, if they decide to skip over that, then we done. Nothing else to say. Because that's one of the few things that this season that was like, what? And everybody was talking about it. So yeah.
Especially she said he flipped the chair. This she did like this needs to be needs to be addressed. Like, did he flip it or not? Why did they cut it out? Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why that wasn't the first. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying that I think they said that she put the tweet up and then they told her to take it down or something.
Yeah, and it's like, why? So now I'm wondering if they're gonna show if they are gonna discuss it, they might try to sweep it under the rug since it seems like they don't want the cat to get out the bag. Like, why are we protecting him so bad?
Right.
I don't know. I want to see it. They better not. I can't even think of the word. They better show us the whole thing. I want to see everything. I can't think of the word, but yeah, I want to see everything. Don't skip on anything. I want details because they said he flipped the table. They said he did all kinds of stuff. I want to see it.
Especially since they're showing never before seen footage anyway. So
right. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, please find that clip wherever it is. Go into the archive.
Right. And I hope Tommy hold him accountable.
Well, you know, he letting Habibi have a talent show at the end. So I'm like,
okay.
Like, what is this?
Did y'all hear him play it at all? Did he sound good? Y'all was like,
it sounded okay, I guess.
I was laughing too hard.
Yeah, like it sounded. I could have gone my whole life not hearing it and been fine.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, if we're being technical, it wasn't like it wasn't anything that sounded. I mean, it sounded good as far as proficiency, but it just, like I said, at the moment took away from being able to hear it because we thought everybody was just like, huh? So yeah, it was hard to kind of focus on the.
I was like, what does this got to even do with any? Like, how did we get here? Like, how?
Yeah, I saw Janelle run off the stage. I went to grab my tortilla chips, and then I turned back around, and then I saw him playing the saxophone. And I was like, "No, what the fuck? What the hell just happened?" I don't know.
Chasing behind her, like Janelle, I want to apologize, and she's like, "Get him away from me!" And it's like, well, while my saxophone is sitting here, I might as well play.
And then, we also, I just completely forgot. We also forgot that little part where he was telling Sierra after this whole blow up in conversation and Janelle walking off, telling Sierra how, like, can we get in the shower together?
Say that again, D.
Yeah, he was like, I guess Sierra was getting a drink or something like that, and he was like kind of like in her ear while she was doing that, and he was like, I want to get in the shower together. Like, when can we get in the shower? And she was like, no, we ain't getting in no shower because you ain't. I don't remember what she said, but she was like, something ain't right.
I thought I heard her say that too, but then when I thought I heard him say shower, but then I thought I heard her say, I'm not taking a shot with you.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because and then I seen them like they getting drinks. I heard her say, I'm not getting a shot with you.
That's what I thought. I was like, I know he said, but I heard what you heard.
Yeah, I heard that too. And then I heard her say shot. So I was like, maybe I didn't hear what I thought I heard.
Or maybe he said shower and she thought he said shot.
Yeah. Or maybe she was like, I ain't getting no shower. Anyway, I'll take the shot.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. Well, any final thoughts before we wrap up and get into our outro?
I was gonna say, speaking of Sierra drinking, I guess Janelle did another live recently, and Quentin had got on it, and Sierra had got on it. But Sierra, everybody said Sierra sounded like she was slurring her words when she was talking on there.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I watched it earlier on Kamisha Reviews channel, and then somebody else had it on their channel too. And Quentin was over there. Quentin's a messy one too. He liked the messiness of Janelle, and he's just like,
what were they talking about? I didn't even know that happened.
I can't remember everything they were talking. She was like, "Oh, I just want to talk about business. I want to talk about business. Like, I haven't been on here in a long time, and I just want to talk about business. Like, we could talk about stuff outside the show. Like, this show really didn't mean anything for me." And I guess people were asking them questions, and they were like, "Oh, did you guys ever want to walk away from the show?" And they were like laughing, like, "Oh yeah, plenty of times. And we wish they would have showed this and that." Like, they're just trying to downplay everything. I was multitasking, but it's on Lil Black Books channel and Kamisha Reviews channel.
I wonder if Janelle is going to do an interview with Crystal XL. She's like the only one that hasn't.
She says she ain't doing no interviews because she says she don't have nothing to prove, and she's like, y'all want me to be something else that I'm not, and I don't have to be that, and just her talking like she's above everything.
Mm-hmm. Janelle not rooted in reality. She be on some other stuff. Like Janelle.
I would have thought that she would be saying this when the season first started. I thought Belle would be like,
I know.
To now.
Girl, I had to get that up, child. It was bad for my health. I was like, girl, you didn't embarrass me too many damn times. I ain't better do this.
Belle, you didn't use your specialty word to describe her, though. I could hear it in my head.
What specialty word?
You use it all the time. You said she's not operating in reality, so that makes her what?
Delulu. Delulu.
That is your go-to. I love it.
Delulu. She really is Delulu. This entire, even this reunion, I was like, okay, girl.
From like I'm Team Janelle to like I've come to realization. So now you just dragging Janelle like goodness.
Listen,
it's an evolution.
Yeah, aren't y'all proud of me? See, girl.
The emancipation of Belle.
Whoa. I know what else. Quentin was trying to backpedal on the whole like comparison to how he compared Leah and Janelle. He was like, oh, I wasn't saying like they're exactly alike, but you could see some similarity. Like he's just trying to like clean up everything he said.
Not one.
Quentin is he got issues.
Yeah. I don't think they're together, but she got him probably still. She still got that control over him.
Y'all think they're having the sex? I think they have
allegedly.
Everybody keeps saying that, but maybe
it got to be because I don't understand what going.
I don't see them being like anything more than that though. If they are,
and he making TikToks too. He made some TikToks trying to say like him and Lee weren't really a connection like that.
And what's the point? But who cares now? Like clearly connection, and she decided to free herself, in the words of Fantasia, and leave the show. So
yeah,
about what you didn't have, I'm like, it was evident. So what are you saying? Why do we need to know?
And he was like, oh yeah, of course we already knew Lee had left the show before they told us, and he's like, duh, of course they already told us. Like we already knew she was gonna leave. And I guess that scene where they're at the batting cage, that production told them to like, because they were trying to end it, and then they told them to keep it going, is what Quentin said, that production said.
They do that every season, and nobody ever cares.
Exactly.
We don't care. Like, what are you telling them?
Exactly.
We don't care. We don't care.
I just don't like how he's just trying to downplay everything now. Like,
yeah. He's so mindless. He don't have no.
Right, yeah.
Big as he is.
Maybe because she's older, so he feels, maybe he's intimidated. I don't know.
Big as he is, he just, I guess.
Well, he's in the words of Shamia to Phaedra, he is there to bring out a youthful side to Auntie. I get.
Instead, like she makes him more youthful. Like he just looks like a little boy when he's with her. Not even besides the fact that she be wearing those moo-moos, and it's just like the mannerisms, like the way he talk, like he just quiets down, like.
Oh, Shayna, when you brought that up, when they was at the getaway, and you was like, she had her auntie dress on. I could never unsee it.
Every time it's like you got 10 of these pilgrim dresses. Why?
Pilgrim dresses
on the shoulder.
Like if I see some on them shoulders one more time, like please.
Yeah, not the pilgrim dress.
I ain't gonna be trying to get that's my man. Another woman wearing that. Like you just look like you wrapped in a quilt.
Oh my God.
And she said, I got him now. I can dress comfortably. I can dress for comfort. I just
Wait, she had on the kimono at the one ladies' lounge.
Girl, yes, that ugly ass kimono. She dressed.
Fashion girl. So it's like, I don't know if you've seen something on the clearance rack at Old Navy and was like, I'm gonna wear this.
Nah, she got that down to the Ross. She got that at Ross.
On the live, she said she worked with everybody, even including the Kardashians and all these people in fashion. I was
Who
like,
did that?
that's what she said. Janelle said it on the live that she didn't work with the Kardashians and everybody. That's why she didn't
Baby,
really
a
get
lot
this
on
show.
a lot
Maybe
on
before
camera.
Kanye stepped in and got their fashions together.
Oh God.
I'm confused because, and you may feel, we might feel how we feel about them, but I'm like, you mean to tell me you worked with them and you on this show?
Right,
Like, you needed a boost
exactly.
somehow. Like,
Yeah, because I've seen somewhere where she said her agent put her on the show. I'm like, what do you need an agent for? Are you an aspiring actress? If you were, nobody, I've never seen anybody have a successful career after Ready to Love. Like out of all the dating shows, maybe, I don't know, even if we talking about her age, like you couldn't go on like the Golden, like she probably too young to go on the Golden Bachelor.
Ooh. I didn't say that. She did. Did not say that. She did.
Because all of these dating shows, the people are in their early like 20s, maybe we'd be lucky to get 30. So I'm like, maybe that's why they put her on there, but you don't have no career after that.
You really don't. Don't nobody pay attention to you. You don't even remember the people.
I'm trying to think if she was trying to go dating show, transition into actress, like what show she could have been on.
Not with that personality. I don't know. The Apprentice.
Too young for that.
not The Apprentice.
Something cut. It's got to be something cutthroat, like something that's.
I can see it. Shoot, put her on the Traders too.
Yeah, Traders. That's it. Put her on Traders or something. Or what's that house? What's the house?
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
No, Villain.
Yeah.
The Villain House.
House of Villains.
That's what people get asked already.
House of Villains.
Yes, House of Villains. Wait, all y'all start talking all at the same time. Wait, Brandy, go ahead and say what you were saying again.
Oh, I didn't say nothing. Oh, I just said House of Villains. The show.
Oh yes, House of Villains. Sorry,
House of Villains are with established somewhat reality stars. I'm talking about a show for her. She's been going Ready to Love. Like, what show could she have gone on to try to put herself out there for the first time?
Oh yeah.
And I can't think of no dating show that she would have been.
No.
We can't. No, I thought Love is Blind was going to be 30 and up this season at least, at minimum. And then we couldn't even get that. Like, you got people in here 24, 20, graduating college. What is this?
Yeah,
no.
No.
I can't watch that. That's too young. Y'all just be doing reckless stuff. I can't. I'm not there anymore.
I know my mom is trying to pull me in. I'm like,
people
with this.
What'd you say,
I don't know about the 24-year-old Milton, but some of them people be lying because I'll be looking. I'm like, ma'am, you are not 33.
Yeah,
you're not.
But they might be. They might be though. They might be.
No, even if they say they age like bananas or whatever, it's like, no, this is just too. Ain't no way I'm gonna look at you and say he's 32. Like, it's just no way you lying.
Sometimes they be having a hard life.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have a hard life. So
that's why I don't want Ready to Love to get cut off, because they have people that's like, they have that certain dynamic. They have that age group. You don't have to be like you can be any kind of shade, whatever. Like, you don't have to aspire in something like, and that is like more realistic dating to me. That's why I liked the show initially. That's why I don't want everybody be like, cut it off. Like, then we'll only have these shows to watch, and these like Love is Blind and all that. They getting played out too.
Yeah,
I was like this season and these last couple episodes, I'm like, I can't keep my eyes open. I don't know what y'all talking about.
But they're not being authentic, and because they're not being authentic, they're losing people. They have a gym, and like you said, it offers a alternative for people who look differently, who show up at a different age or a different body shape.
Have children. That's a main thing.
Right.
Divorced before, like that's all of these other shows. So
exactly. I don't know. If I could take it over, if I had the money to take it over, baby, I would turn that thing around. But I don't got the money to do all that. But it's a gym. It's a gym. And I hope that this spinoff is just that, a spinoff, and not what they think that we ask for in terms of Ready to Love, and it's gonna just let Ready to Love go and then keep on with this little spinoff that they got going on. I hope they don't do that.
I hope not.
Yeah, they don't need to do that. No.
Right.
No.
That's because people keep crying about they want everybody in the house. And I'm like, that's another thing they always do. And that's what made it different for me. That's why I don't want them to do that.
Got it.
You know, and then the Golden, I'm like, they went to like all the way to the other extreme. Like, let's get a Golden Bachelor, like the retirement age. And I'm like, that's fine. They need the dating show too, but we need more like in the middle.
Right.
Like,
Lil Baby says, I need them to add a counselor and actually find people who are looking for love and not to build their IMDb resume or clientele for their real estate company. Exactly.
Seriously.
Right. Real people. And obviously these people need to have some sort of appeal or whatever. I mean, I would love for it to be everyday people, but this is Hollywood we're talking about. So I know, you know, that there is a certain standard that people are that they are going to try to enforce. But at the same time, like, can it be real?
Yeah.
People?
If you've been on the show already, you shouldn't be eligible to be on this one. I think Aries was already on a dating show. Like, well, why are you on this one? You already had your turn.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I did not know that. And I'm disappointed with her.
Yeah, even though her personality doesn't, like, I feel like I won't remember her after this.
Yeah, probably not. But I feel like she was the prettiest one. Her and Janelle.
Her personality I think all the ladies are pretty, but most of their personality, if they weren't mean girls, it's like their personalities are forgettable.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. All right, y'all. We'll get hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Okay, well, Brandy, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully we didn't scare you, child. Hopefully you was able to get in.
I had a good time. I really had a good time. I'm sitting here debating on, do I want to do my review tonight or tomorrow or do it live or what, because I got a lot of stuff to do coming up. So I'm like, what do I want to do, or just be done with it because I did this. But not
yeah. You still can do it live.
Yeah, I might do it. I might do it right now, actually, to get out the way.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your channel, what you got coming, what you want the people to look at, and where they can find you.
Okay, well, I mostly do Ready to Love. I do all the love and marriages, even Detroit. I know that was a struggle. I did it all. I think Belle was the one like, you still doing it? I was like,
girl, yeah. I was like, oh, girl, pray, bless your heart.
Yeah. I do the Netflix Ultimatum Love is Blind. This Love is Blind, I barely watched the first 2 episodes. I don't know if I'm going to review it, only because it's looking like I may not have time, but I'm on my fall break, so I should be able to, maybe I'll get it in. But yeah, catch, the Ready to Love reunion part 1 coming up. Definitely Love and Marriage Huntsville coming up. Next week, Ready to Love and all those shows will be late though, because I'll be in Vegas, but I'll catch up.
Come on, baby.
What, you going to see Usher?
Girl, I did that in April. No, not this time.
Okay.
Are there any new shows you're thinking about adding to the roster? Since all these shows, I mean, some of them at the end.
True. I was debating on Real Housewives of Potomac and maybe Married to Medicine again. Maybe I'm debating. We're gonna see. Because Potomac, the trailer did look good.
Did you think so? I was a little underwhelmed.
It took a lot to impress Shayna.
I don't know.
Her foot on the neck.
I ain't gonna say not too much on her. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm just giving manufacture, but
I mean, Potomac always does, but
yes, it does. And Miss Kira, what tell us where we can find you and what you got going on.
Yes. The channel is MsKiraSpeaks. Last night I did a live movie recap of BET Plus Cruel Encounters. You can go check that out. I just finally got my watch list up before we came on here for the month of September. Tomorrow is my Saturday sip, so come on through and hang out. And Sunday, I'm going to try and get up and do a live of Love is Blind 5, 6, and 7. And just keep your notifications on for the month of October.
Cool. And Miss Shayna, Tell us where the people can find you and what you got going on your channel.
You can find me. It's Shayna _ They like to say, everybody say Shayna _ McD. So I'm gonna go with that. So y'all can find me over there. I think I got a premiere I didn't do the whole episode for Love is Blind. I just talked about what I found interesting. So that I'll do my Ready to Love. I'll probably do that tonight. And Love and Marriage Huntsville. So that's what's coming up this weekend. Everything else, yeah, just check out the community tab. I'll be posting.
Yes. And D, tell the people where you can find you and what you got going on your channel now that you back, like you never left.
So they say, yes. Yes, you can find me again. You can find me on D Movie Man right here on YouTube, capital D period space MOVIEMAN. You can find me on Twitter at D Movie Man 2 and on Instagram at no caps D Movie Man. I am, as you may have seen, I am finally going to finish Queen Charlotte. And then I'm gonna knock out some quick because I know it's been so long the folks have moved on, but I need to knock out something really quick for They Clone Tyrone. And then I'm thinking about doing a couple of reviews for some films that I've seen already, but will be coming out and be released like sometimes within the next month. So yeah, so just kind of laying low for right now, just trying to ease back in, and just want to focus on knocking things out as opposed to talking about it. But when it's out, it's out. So just keep watching, keep the notifications on, and feel free to do all the things that the YouTubers need you to do. I appreciate it.
Okay, come on, movie exclusives.
I'm excited for your Queen Charlotte because I love that show, and I haven't seen anybody review it, so I'm excited to catch up on those.
Oh, cool! I appreciate it. Yeah,
check them out. They're really detailed.
Period piece fans.
Sorry, they're really detailed, so you'll like them for sure, even if you don't watch the show. And my name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective. I cover TV, books. I'm actually working on a couple things. I have something called the Bold and Black Owned Business Perspective, and that's where I pretty much like chronicle different businesses and products that I'm using because I'm trying to switch to Black owned products and services. And so I filmed a couple food products. And so I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to put all that together. I'm also watching The Changeling on Apple TV Plus, which is a book that I've also read as well. So I'm going to do a mashup between TV versus movie or a TV versus book. And then I'm also going to do a TV versus book on The Other Black Girl, because that's also a book that I've read and reviewing. So I've got that going on. Plus I do Love and Marriage Huntsville, Ready to Love, Belle Collective. What else? What other TV shows?
Housewives of New York.
Real Housewives of New York, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of New York, Married to Medicine. I don't fool with Potomac because I saw that those issues that Wendy Yosefo was talking about. I saw that from a mile away, so I wasn't even gonna give them a time of day. I'm just not here for it, but definitely dipping my toe into Bravo and all of that world. I might pick up Salt Lake City potentially.
Oh, interesting.
Potentially. I never watched it, but I might. I said I might. Yeah. So anyway, don't forget to like this video, you guys. It will very much help all of our channels, and subscribe. So please, if you do not do anything at all for the rest of the evening, make sure you go to each one of our channels and subscribe. Help us out. We greatly appreciate it. This is a work and a labor of love for us, and so we would greatly appreciate it. It's free 99. It don't cost you nothing.
Like some videos while you at it. I think my Love and Hip Hop videos need some likes.
Yeah, get down there wherever, but make sure you subscribe to all of our channels and like this video and get into the comments. Let us know what you think. Okay, yes. So y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you guys for part 2 next week. Whose channel is it going to be? We done messed up the sequence.
I think it's supposed to be D. Yeah, I got on. I think it's D.
Is it on your channel?
Yeah, I think it's me.
Okay, so it's gonna D is the next victim. So we'll post the.
I like D's though, because then we can all share it.
Yeah, we will share all the information. Hold on, I think I missed Portia. Did I miss your comments? Those little ooh.
Yeah, she's talking about Salt Lake. Salt Lake.
Okay, I was like, which ones? Okay, those little Caucasian women are a hoop. So I might gotta pick it up, Portia. Okay, I might gotta pick it up because I like Beverly Hills. I thought Beverly Hills was cool. So, I might gotta pick it up. Anyway, so make sure you
You probably gonna pick up Potomac too, because you said you was gonna quit on Atlanta, and you reviewed the whole rest of the season. I'll do Potomac.
No, I picked up Atlanta because I was being messy. I thought they was gonna show us Drew cheating on Ralph. I was hoping for that with Ty, and then they was gonna show. I thought I was being messy. That's the only reason why I picked up.
That's why I'm gonna do Potomac, because they had that fight. They said they had a fight, so I'm like, I want to see what happens with that fight.
So Belle, you saying they okie doked you with that mid-season trailer?
They really okie doked the mess out of me. I was like, I'm holding on. I'm like, all right, y'all ain't do nothing. They did nothing.
We'll see, Belle. We'll see if you stay away from Potomac, because you be blowing in the wind sometimes. But that's okay.
I do. But I've not watched that show in all the seasons. It's been on for 5-6 seasons. I still haven't. I don't care nothing about what them girls got going on over there. Anyway. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.